Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak dishes on why she really split from Kroy Biermann. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak has given fans an update on where she is in her divorce from Kroy Biermann and how she is finally landing on her feet again. The Bravo celebrity recently appeared on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and she tackled several topics, including why she and Kroy split. Once Andy Cohen got her in the hot seat, he wasted no time in asking Kim about the status of her divorce from Kroy. She told him that it is still in process. The host also asked her point-blank what happened between the two of them to cause the split. "The rug was pulled out from underneath me," was Kim's response. The exes notoriously went through a string of public fights and police calls to their home before finally going radio silent. When asked how communication between them is now, Kim admitted that she would like more of it. "I would like to communicate more regarding the children, but it's just not there right now," she explained. Kim Zolciak is thrilled to be in a much better place after finally selling that $2.75 million mansion in Georgia earlier this year. "I just moved into a brand new home that I love back at the end of February. I'm happy, it's great, it's perfect," she shared on WWHL. The former housewife also shared that there is a new man in her life. She looked pretty happy while discussing him with Andy. "You know, I sat in that house and just worked and tried to take care of everything for 20 months, and I finally met someone great." Kim didn't divulge his identity but reinforced the fact that he is just great. What do you think is up next for Kim Zolciak in terms of work? Could a return to reality television be too far off? She is still on great terms with Bravo. Kim is in the process of rebuilding her life, which is precisely the kind of story the network loves to tell. Would you like to see her get her own show again? You can check out a portion of Kim's segment from Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen below. After months of tabloid headlines, courtroom drama, and cryptic Instagram posts, Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kim Zolciak is finally setting the record straight. In a raw, unfiltered interview that has Bravo fans buzzing, Kim opened up about the real reason behind her split from former NFL star Kroy Biermann, and it's not what you might expect. "It wasn't just about money," Kim began, her signature blonde locks cascading over a designer hoodie as she sat in her Atlanta mansion's oversized living room. "Everybody loves to say it was the bankruptcy, the foreclosures, the financial stress. Yes, that played a part, but that wasn't the root. The truth is, somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing each other." For a couple that once seemed inseparable, chronicling their love story on Don't Be Tardy, blending their family, raising 6 kids, and filming nearly every milestone, it's hard to believe things unraveled. But Kim, ever candid and dramatic, says it was a slow burn. "People think one day you wake up and say, 'I'm done.' No, honey," she said with a sigh. "It's little things. The missed hugs, the texts that go unanswered. The way he'd walk past me in the hallway, and I could feel the silence between us like a wall." According to Kim, the turning point came not during a shouting match or explosive fight, but in a moment of eerie stillness. "I was sitting outside by the pool, glass of wine in hand, looking up at the stars," she recalled. "And I realized, I don't even know if this man loves me anymore, or if I still love him the same way I used to." Despite what the public may think, Kim insists that their financial struggles weren't the deal breaker. "Sure, we had debt. Who doesn't? I like nice things. I'm not gonna apologize for loving Channel and Gucci," she said with a laugh. "But we always found a way before. The problem wasn't the bills, it was the distance. Emotionally, spiritually, we were on 2 different planets." Fans began to notice cracks in their marriage long before the official divorce filing. The once jovial Instagram videos turned rare. Paparazzi photos showed the couple looking tense, their hands no longer interlocked. Then came the messy back-and-forth filings for divorce in 2023 and again in 2024, the restraining orders and the rumors of explosive fights witnessed by their children. Still, Kim denies things ever got that bad. "Look, we yelled, we slammed doors, but it never got physical. Kroy is a good man, he's a great dad, and I'll always love him for being the kind of father he was to my girls," she said, referring to her daughters Brielle and Ariana, whom Kroy adopted after marrying Kim in 2011. When Kim Zolciak first locked eyes with Kroy Biermann back in 2010 at the Dancing Stars of Atlanta charity event, fans watched in awe as sparks flew. Their whirlwind romance quickly blossomed into one of the most talked-about marriages in reality TV history. From the moment their relationship was televised on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and later Don't Be Tardy, it seemed like a fairy tale come to life. A beautiful Bravo blonde, a hunky NFL linebacker, a blended family full of love and laughter. But as the saying goes, behind every Instagram perfect selfie is a story you don't see. Now, after more than a decade of marriage, Kim Zolciak is finally pulling back the curtain and telling her side of the story. "I didn't just wake up one day and decide to end my marriage," Kim says, sitting in a cozy chair with a steaming latte, her nails perfectly manicured in signature baby pink. "This wasn't impulsive. It was years in the making." For months, rumors swirled, financial troubles, heated arguments, social media unfollows. But no one knew exactly what led Kim and Kroy to file for divorce in 2024 after 12 years of marriage. Now, for the first time, Kim reveals the truth. It wasn't one thing, but everything. People see the glitz, the glam, the big house, the wigs, the cars, but what they don't see is the weight that comes with trying to hold up an image, she says. There's only so long you can carry a mountain before you collapse under it. According to Kim, financial stress played a huge role in the breakdown of their marriage. "Money changes people," she says bluntly. "I don't care how in love you are. When the bills start piling up, when your house is in pre-foreclosure and the IRS won't stop calling, things get real." Kim insists the couple never stopped loving each other, but love, she says, wasn't enough to quiet the tension that simmered beneath their golden facade. "I'm a hustler, always have been. I built businesses, launched beauty brands, filmed reality shows, sold out perfume lines. But I always felt like I was carrying the lion's share while Kroy, he struggled after the NFL ended." Kroy, who was released from the Atlanta Falcons in 2016 and never officially returned to the league, reportedly had trouble finding his footing in life after football. "I encouraged him to try different ventures," Kim says, "but nothing stuck, and eventually that energy turned sour. He was angry, resentful. It started to seep into everything, how we parented, how we talked, how we looked at each other." But Kim is quick to say the split wasn't about failure. It was about survival. "People say, 'Why didn't you just stick it out?' But they weren't in our house. They didn't hear the silence over dinner. They didn't see the way we avoided eye contact just to avoid an argument." Another issue, Kim admits, was control. "When we met, Kroy loved that I was bold, independent, loud. But over the years, I think he started to resent it. He wanted things quiet, controlled, buttoned up, and I'm anything but that," she laughs. "I love wigs, wine, and wild nights. I can't apologize for being me." Kim's famous one-liners, "ask, believe, receive," and "don't be tardy for the party," air more than Bravo gold. They're mantras she's lived by, but even mantras couldn't fix what was broken. "There came a point where I stopped recognizing us. We weren't laughing anymore. We weren't dreaming. We were just surviving." Still, despite the separation, Kim gets emotional when talking about the love they once shared. "I'll never say our marriage was a mistake," she says, wiping a tear from her cheek. "Kroy gave me some of the best years of my life. He adopted my daughters. He gave me 4 beautiful children. He was my rock for a long time. But even rocks erode when the storm doesn't stop." She pauses, "And honey, we've been in a storm for years." Even the kids, she says, started picking up on the tension. Our house wasn't happy, and kids know you can't fake energy. When asked what the final straw was, Kim grows quiet for a moment. It was a Tuesday, she says. Isn't it funny how everything changes on a random day? We were arguing over something small, groceries, maybe, but it turned into this massive fight. And I remember thinking, if this is how I feel every day, what am I teaching my daughters about love? That question haunted her for weeks, until she finally said the words that changed everything. I can't do this anymore.